So can you do good by buying from a particular company? Here to talk about issues around cause marketing is Lee Rhodes, CEO of Glassy Baby, an entrepreneurial company in Seattle. I just want to start with really quite an astounding number that you've given $2 million to charity as part of growing your business. Can you explain how it all works?
We give $4.40 off of every $44 votive that we sell. It goes to basically that place between health insurance and family that isn't really met. I discovered when I was suffering cancer in chemo rooms, and I would find that some people wouldn't be able to come to chemotherapy or radiation because they couldn't afford the $32 a day to park. They couldn't afford a good sandwich. They couldn't afford childcare. I mean, just the basics of life that I took for granted, a lot of people don't have to get well, and I think it really inhibits healing. The mission of Glassy Baby was started then, and it's been really a long and wonderful road for us because it takes a lot of $4.40 to get to $2 million.
Tell me about your own battle with cancer and how that led to starting this company.
I had lung cancer, and it meant a lot of time in chemotherapy rooms, and I'd never been in them before, and they really are battlefields. It doesn't matter how pretty or thin or rich you are in a chemo room. So you kind of become a family with people you never thought you'd be family with. And I became aware of people who didn't have the ham sandwich that I had, or the beautiful latte, or the friends and the family, and the wherewithal to drive, leave my house at not 2 hours ahead to have to pay $5.50 to get a bus. I began to feel the inequities of life, and there really is a problem when you have to pay $32 a day to get your chemotherapy. I think the real motivator was understanding that it's out there, that people can't afford to get well, literally can't afford to get well, and that if I can make just a tiny difference in some people's lives with a Glassy Baby, then that's what I wanted to do.
How long ago did you start the company, and was it when you were actually in recovery that you got the idea?
My husband took these little glass blowing lessons, and the second thing you learn how to do is to knock off a little vessel. And so he had brought these home, and I put them on the counter, and we were putting tea lights in our votives, and I dropped them in this little handmade, hand-blown, and it lit up in a way that had a huge effect on everyone there. And I realized that there was really a kind of a nice combination between how much people loved and wanted more of those, and the way I wanted to help these patients in this little niche that I discovered between kind of healthcare and family.
How do you pick the charities? That must be a big part of your business, actually deciding who gets the funds to serve the needs you're highlighting.
Anything that has to do with healing, which to me is environment. It's with basic health care. We do a lot with the VA hospital in Seattle. We started our store in San Francisco, gives to the San Francisco VA hospital. And so we really work with mostly places that are dealing with basic needs.
And there has been some controversy around this idea of cause marketing, which I think, you play right into. What do you think the source of that controversy is, and do you ever get any backlash like that?
Yeah, absolutely we do. And I think that, it really rolls right off my back because we are mission driven. The only reason why we started this business is because we saw a niche of people or a place where people really needed help. And there was this little vessel that could help us do that. But I'm also really competitive. I mean, there's a side of me that's definitely capitalist, which I don't think is wrong. And so being a .org didn't really have the same kind of, structure or kind of competitiveness that I was looking for. We're really trying to start the business model that it's okay to be kind-hearted, and you can make your money and along the way give it back with the community. So when you buy Glassy Baby, you're giving back right that day, and you're giving back to something that you can choose, or you can just do our White Light Fund. I think that I'm just plain proud of what we do, and I don't feel that stigma of the cause marketing that some people are feeling.
What is next for Glassy Baby? I think you mentioned you were getting into some new products.
We have our hero product, which is the votive, and then we have a drinker because people were forgetting which was their wine and which was the votive. And so we're trying to make sure they understand the shape of the drinker. We're really proud of what we do, and I think that we haven't figured out where that kind of started, and we don't really know where it ends. But boy, if we can give another 10, 20, $100 million away, we're doing the right thing. So
that's right. Okay, good luck. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you.